She's...
No. That's what I want. Take 17.
Oh, sis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to
My goodness!
Can we bring the other people in?
Way to go!
Hey! No. Hey! He was cool. Couldn't have done it without you.
bounce behind you guys.
Good stuff.
You are a good hugger.
Very fine.
Over here, Ann.
Oh, that's
I'm right over you guys.
You're good at this, so you just get right up Robert, you would like that.
You have to. That's just gonna get there.
Sorry. Trucks, don't you, with those sisters?
You do, huh? Did you tell Aunt Betty what you made about this Father's Day? What did we do? He took me out of
I didn't tell you last night because Greg after you left. I didn't show you my full 12 hours. And then my dentist sent me. It said, oh, they'll have to cancel his cruise. You know, if you're not going anywhere, I just called to cancel my appointment. So I go to the doctor not feeling well. And I don't go there. The door is closed.
It's a nice dentist.
But the next thing you knew, everybody started finding out about it, and everybody wanted to come. So we have people all from the United States. We have New York, down to Florida, over to Texas, over to California, up to Washington, Nevada, Colorado, and of course Arizona.
Mesa. Mesa.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty amazing that so many people would come so far. So the ones we're missing, obviously, we're missing Joanna and her family. And I'm talking about all of Clutha's grandchildren. So all of her children are here, of course. And her only grandchildren, which would be my first cousins that we're missing, are Joanna and her family, and Lisa and her family. And I understand that Karen's going to be here later today, so I mean, out of all of us cousins, that's pretty amazing that that many people came. So, you know, then there's a few others we're missing. We're missing Richie. Whoa, miss Richie. Skylar, who's on his mission. Allison's not here. Ryan had a commitment in Tucson, but he's supposed to come by tomorrow. But I think the only other one that I think we should hoot and holler for is Mr. Charlie Virgo in Afghanistan. Other than that, I think everybody's here. Sorry, couldn't get this. So I have to give out a few special thanks because it took a village to make this all happen. I said it from the start, and I've said it 100 times since. I am not a party planner. You can ask my kids. I may have given them one birthday party in their life, maybe. It was easier for me to offer them cash, and they always took the cash. But anyhow, Annalie, where's Annalie? She's a rock star. She obviously did a lot of the emailing for us. She helped put together the special thing that Mom's going to get later today. She was our email reminder to do the things we were supposed to do.
And text messaging.
And text messaging. So I really... And Annalie and her family also provided the popcorn, the little goodie bags, which is really yummy. So cute. Want to thank Sherry for taking charge of decorations. Sherry. And she also came here to look at the facilities with me, as did Aunt Betty. Even Aunt Maxine came on Monday just to help me get it all figured out and how to get it planned and the food and all of that. Want to thank Greg and Jessica for hiring the photographer that's going to be with us later today to do all of our pictures. Rock on. Thank you for that. Taylor. Where's Taylor? Woo!
All right.
Well, thank you, Taylor. But Taylor put together something really special that is going to be really neat. She did a really neat video that we're going to love. I think I want to thank Connie for composing the song.
Oh yeah.
There will be a lot of men not crying in my family. No. Connie put together an awesome song that you're going to end up hearing later. So she's also the lead vocalist and the video artist, and I'm sure it's going to be a YouTube going viral shortly.
Oh yeah. Toss.0.
Tiffany is our accompanist. Where's Tiff? Sorry. Covered in babies. She agreed to be the accompanist. I really appreciate that. And again, just anybody that sent in pictures, letters, anybody that agreed to perform in today's program that's going to be later on this afternoon, I super appreciate it. And you know, I told many of you that I felt like planning this. I felt like, it sounds really morbid, but I felt like I was planning a funeral for Mom, which sounds really weird. But I just kept saying, and I said it to myself, and I said it to a lot of you, it's like, Mom would want to see and hear all this, you know, and not wait. And so, it was so much fun. I wish we'll have lots of stories to tell you, but we had so much fun gathering pictures. At one point, Greg snuck into your house and stole a box of pictures out of your house. He called me in the garage and he's whispering, Mom, I'm stealing stuff out of Grandma's house. I feel really Greg? You're concerned about doing something a little off? You know, it's okay. It's okay. But we would text pictures back and forth, and we would laugh and giggle, and we had so many fun stories. So anyway, again, I just think it's really wonderful that Mom's here to see and hear all the good things we have to say instead of wait until later, because I know it means a lot to her. So it's really been a labor of love. So.
And to you, Connie.
Yeah. I have the Grandma Janice crying gene. Sorry. So with that, as I mentioned earlier, we have the hot food that we can get started on. Bob's going to say a blessing. Obviously, I'm not going to assign tables, so I think we can all figure out that, you know, we'll just start at this end, work your way down. There's a couple different types of pasta. There's pasta, there's chicken parmesan, salad, and breadsticks, and water over here. Pardon? Yeah, for dessert, we have the cupcakes in the corner. I was in trouble because when I tried to tell Sherry about my cupcake tree, she asked for the measurements, and I said, well, the bottom one is this big, the middle one is like this big, and the top one is like this big. And she thought it was funny. So anyhow, we'll save the cakes for later tonight, but the cupcakes are definitely, and there's plenty more that will be built. So with that, Bob, if you will say the blessing, and then maybe Brett, since your family is close to the food, you can head over there. Thanks. Of course, I got teary. I'm sure Grandma did too. We're going to play just a little bit of a game, and it's called the Raise Your Hand game. Raise your hand if Grandma, meaning Grandma, Gigi, Auntie, Janice, whoever she is to you. Raise your hand if Grandma has ever made you eat way more food than you wanted. Raise your hand if you have ever eaten Grandma's world famous gravy. Raise your hand if Grandma has ever sewn your prom dress or any dresses for your wedding. That's a lot of hands. Hey, Karen. All right. My girl's wedding. Raise your hand if you have ever told Grandma Janice that you had a stomach ache? And her remedy was to tell you to go grunt. Oh! For any of the little ones, Grandma never said poop. It was always grunt. And I never said that word to my children, ever. It's like nails on the chalkboard.
Bring it on Grandma.
Oh. Okay, raise your hand if you have ever gotten your mouth washed out with soap by Grandma Janice because you said bad words.
Just the 3 kids.
Aunt Betty got me into that.
Yeah, but you deserve it.
But she doesn't buy the cheap name brand stuff.
Raise your hand if Grandma has ever told you to hold your shoulders back and stand up straight. Okay.
That's what I was told all my life too. You bring Grandma.
Raise your hand if Grandma Janice ever made you mow the yard even though you had a broken arm. And you really did have a broken arm. Raise your arm. Raise your broken arm.
Carol says, I think that arm's broken. We took it to the hospital.
Raise your hand if Grandma has ever played catch with you with ever a softball or a baseball.
Catch and throw.
Raise your hand if Grandma Janice ever told you that if you ate her burnt toast, your teeth would turn white. Ocean with Grandma Janice and then had to save her from a riptide. Raise your hand if you've ever been skiing with Grandma. That's a thought. And saw her fall off the lift and hurt her wrist.
Which wrist?
Raise your hand if Grandma Janice used to tattle on you and get you into trouble. That was quick. Raise your hand if you ever had to call Grandma Janice because you needed cooking advice. Raise your hand if Grandma Janice ever caught you ditching school. Oh! I thought it was just me! You got it too?
That's because you got a broken arm.
I did stupid things and drove over to Alamos and never got back.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Mark, you didn't
let me
raise
tell
your
you the rest of that story. You worked for the doctor's office and the appointment book was in my car. And I went to get it and found out she ditched school.
It was just choir class.
It was just choir.
Yeah. Okay. Raise your hand if you've ever heard Grandma say, well, good. And raise your hand if Grandma has ever hinted that you need to shave or need a haircut by saying, gee, I really like your hair when it was short. Or what's on your face? Raise your hand if you've ever ridden in the car with Grandma and she advises you of the price of gas at each gas station. Raise your hand if Grandma Grandma Janice has ever made you check the back of her hair to look for holes? Do you have holes? Raise your hand if you've ever ridden on the back of a motorcycle with Grandma while she took you to your ballet class.
Really?
That's a vision. Raise your hand if you remember or heard that Grandma is royalty, because after all, in 8th grade, she was the May Queen. More than once. Oh, raise your hand if Grandma's caught you coming in past curfew and she was sitting on the front porch to bust you. Me again. Raise your hand if Grandma's ever called you on your birthday to sing you happy birthday. Raise your hand if Grandma's ever come to your house to babysit for you. Raise your hand if Grandma's ever come to your house to take care of you when you were sick. Raise your hand if Grandma Janice was there to help you be born. Yes, you were there. You were there. Great. Yeah. Raise your hand if Grandma Janice has ever read stories to you. Has she ever sung you a song? Raise your hand if Grandma's ever taught you to tie your shoes or learn to read. Raise your hand if you've ever had any sewing or mending done by Grandma. Raise your hands if you've ever looked into the stands and seen Grandma at your sporting event, musical event, graduation, and she was the one with the biggest smile and doing her little funny wave.
Yep.
And then you found out afterwards that she bragged to everybody about you that was sitting all around. That's my grandson. We're proud of you. Raise your hand if you've ever called Grandma because you were sad, confused, upset, and needed her to listen to you. Last of all, raise your hand if you absolutely believe that Grandma Janice, Gigi, Auntie, Aunt Janice, or Mom loves you with all her heart. So I just wanted to say last year this time, Mom was really, really sick. And we thought she wasn't going to make it. And, sorry, oh jeez. And I told myself then I was going to, if she pulled through, I was going to stop rolling my eyes every time she made a comment that bothered me. And I was going to work on my patience, and I think I've done that. It's easy to be grouchy and short with the ones we love and lash out at them. However, at the end of the day, it's our loved ones that are there for us to catch us when we fall. And luckily, Grandma's caught me 1,000 times. I love you. Okay. All right. More tears. All right. So we're going to change it up again. And I think right now we're going to. Are we doing? Where's Connie? Oh, there we are. Okay. What we're going to do next is. I'm certain that everybody's gotten this email except for Mom. Connie, i.e. the composer, wrote a song. And she emailed it to all of us, and she emailed the video to all of us with instructions to practice. Okay, of course she did. So right now, it's going to be a sing-along. We're going to have some lead singers. Here's the words. And the ones that are doing the lead singings can stand up Right, Connie? You want the lead singers? Yeah. Okay.
The little one, probably. Is this the Millie Vanilli table right here?
Mark, get up there. More stuff. I'm gonna lead. Everybody emailed the different reasons why they love you. So it was the
We can't. All this stuff is in the way.
I accidentally left out how great one was that you gave me your chair because you always loved to lay down on the floor. Back when I was dating Bob. And then Amy comes walking in the room and Connie comes walking in the room and sees you on the floor and she's like, Mom, I've never seen you on the floor before. And you're like, I always slept on the floor, Connie. Sit down, take my seat. I meant to put that in the song, but I realized that all the little grandkids had always said that they love the way you walk them around on your walk. And I accidentally left that out of the So a lot of repeats, of course, everybody thinks you're fun and sweet and a good seamstress. But I want you to know, even though we had a lot of duplicates, we didn't have any problem at all coming up with 80. And we even had plenty to spare of all the reasons why we love you. So this is our song to you.
Grandma Janice, this is why we love you. 80 reasons, just to name a few. You're creative, you're fun and sweet. You helped us learn to read. You're a great cook, you'll even teach us to cook. And you share your recipes. Mason jars, cast iron skillets, and homemade iced tea bags. Your happy birthday phone calls, night laughing and giggling in bed. You have a great sense of humor, a quick and easy laugh. You're smart as a whip, a great companion on a trip. The funny love how you call her sis. It's not the blend to movies without learning it seem much task. You make Maxine dresses, for London in a tap. Share that sprinkles to live and taste. Like Jenny can walk on someday. Also made her wash her feet, gave her first toast to eat, and told her to whiten her teeth. Pumping the brakes, price of the gas, watching the speed limit signs. Stand up, is one of your favorite lines. You love your family, you sing great harmony. The beauty shots, your curlers and picks, your fantastic $5 lift. Someone comes black, singing her merry song. Listening to when problems come along. You're proud and you show it. You're not afraid, you know it. You go out your way when we come to stay, making roast and love that's homemade gravy. Like on Facebook, you sure keep up with the times. We know you're thinking of us with Halloween cards and Valentine's. You're such a good example. You're generous and kind. You give us tips on how to get along with our kids, and you boost our self-confidence. Our wine cheering, the love of sports you share. stick by our side, and you give unconditional love. Homemade dresses with matching shorts underneath. You do our alteration as a seamstress you can't believe. You say a family's wedding, give us wonders when we're living. You're interested in us, you believe in us, and you give unconditional love. Caring, accepting of everyone. Putting girls that need before your own. You're happy to do whatever. You don't complain, no never. You make the best roast, some you love your toast, and you give unconditional love. And you give unconditional love.
Staying out of pain, but
We have a special number by Reed. Hello. Merrick, no, just Reed. Okay, Reed.
Oh, really?
Wait.
I think you can put it under the table. Oh,
It's fine, we can.
The way you cook, the way you look, you see the beauty inside. It's something you can't imagine. The way you smell and hiked on that cabin trail. Snacks and food galore, I walked out of your house 5 pounds more. You support even when I was a baby. Grandma, you are awesome, and you are not a possum. I don't mean to boast, but Grandma make the best roast. You like me on Facebook. You always support me by hook or by crook. Your voice is so cheery. At least that's my theory. The definition of love is you, and everyone else know too. Your tender love and care is compare. Shade of she's turning 80.
We're going to close it out by Gavin's going to sing a song. But before we do that, we've got a little something that Annalie put together. Oh, it's over here? Where? Yeah, far right. Okay. Sorry, Annalie. Here, you give it. It's one of these things you're going to have to look at later, but you can open it right now. Opening this, want to remind everybody, after the song, we're going to have to hustle Heine and head towards the temple area. There's a field to the east side of the temple where we're going to take pictures, and hopefully we'll get back to the temple as well to do pictures as well. So try and keep all your peeps with you so that we can do individuals, families, all of that good stuff, because we're up against, again, like I said this morning, the sunset. So.
What time do we have to be there?
we're gonna leave from here. I'm not giving an exact time. Leave, I think it's 5:30. There's pictures and letters. I think almost everybody knows about it, but it's all put together. It's one of those things, like I said, you'll want to look at it. Okay, so we'll let Gavin close it out because, sorry Kelly.
The Johnston side, including, we don't have talent, we don't have but I do have Papa's money. Therefore, we decided to buy you some 80 items for your 80th birthday. You can open it later, but
You don't want to open it now?
Now there's 80 of them.
well, I'll just tell you real quick. We got her $81 bills, 80 quarters. Robbie and Jordan gave her 80 hugs and kisses, the candies. She has 80 postage stamps, and she has some stationery and some note cards to write all of us letters.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
Okay, so again, back kissing. We're going to go to pictures. After pictures, sorry, I keep giving directions. Sorry. After pictures, we'll come back here one last time for cake because we haven't eaten enough today. We have 2 cakes we have to eat. All right? Okay.
This is a song I sing, and I've been singing it since I was in high school, and it was always about my mom. And what it talks about, it applies to any mother and to all the amazing women in my life and all of our lives, especially you, Grandma. And so thank you. I love you. This is for you. One second, technical All right, for real this time. What do you give to the lady who has given all her life and love to you? What do you give to the reasons you are living? I could window shop the world before I'm through. Mama, a rainbow, Mama, a sunrise, Mama, the moon to wear. That's not good enough, no, not good enough, not for Mama. Diamonds like doorknobs, mountains of gold to spare. That's not rich enough, no, not rich enough, not for Mama. Mama, a lifetime crowded with laughter. That's not long enough, not half long enough. What can I give you that I can give you? What will your present be? Mama, young and beautiful, always young and beautiful. That's the Mama I'll always see. That's for Mama with love from me. All right, pictures.